everybody, welcome back to my channel. It's Andrea, and today's video I'm going to walk you all through how I depotted my Makeup Revolution Emily Edit the Wands palette. It went from being this huge thing to fitting in here. So if any of you have this palette, maybe you'll learn some tips and tricks. So my palette used to be nice and pretty, and now it looks like this. And what I used to do it was I have my little metal makeup spatula and a candle and some paper towel. So I am going to link up in the cards and down below the video that I watched, that I should have watched all the way through before I started, but I didn't, but that's neither here nor there. The video that I watched from CN Beauty Addiction, where she filmed herself depotting this palette. So this is what my palette looks like now. As you can see, some shades did get a little bit worse for the wear, especially this shade, the cream. So I am a person who I just kind of like to jump right into things and not really maybe do my research beforehand. So I didn't know that these pans were glued in, so I just went right in with my little tool and I started digging into the pan. Well, they're glued in, so they weren't coming out, and you can see I dented this one pretty badly, but I tried getting this one out first on purpose since it was a cream shade that I've already got pan in, so I didn't really care. And once it wasn't coming out easily, I realized it was probably glued in and I would have to watch some videos to figure out how to get it out. So I found the CN Beauty Addiction video and I watched a few minutes of it until I saw how she got hers out, until I saw how she depotted hers, which was using a candle. So at that point I stopped watching and I did this. So once I realized that I would have to kind of like burn or melt the glue out, I took my tool and I got this top part out so that I could actually put these over the flame to melt the glue. And in her video, she takes it, like, let's just go with the cream. She would take that shadow, you put it over the flame, and then take your paper towel, because it's hot plastic, it's gonna burn you if you just use your fingers, and kind of push it so that it comes loose, and then I would grab my spatula and pry it out. I only set fire to a paper towel one time and I got it out fairly quickly. Although this is still, I would caution you to be much more careful than I was when I was doing this, because I decided that, you know, during lunchtime was the perfect time to do this for some reason. So I was trying to do this while my kids were running around and I was trying to feed them. So take some dedicated time to sit down where you're by yourself and can play with fire and melting plastic, and, you know, maybe have a bowl of water nearby just in case you set fire to a paper towel like I did. So I finally got all of them out. It's broke in half in the process, but that's fine because it's getting thrown out. And this is where I wish I had watched CN Beauty Addiction's video to the end before I started, because silly me, I'm not thinking, well, these are glued in, so that means they're probably not magnetic. these pans are not magnetic. So I got them all out and I had them in here, and they were kind of sticking because they still had some leftover glue on them, but they're not magnetic pans. So then I had to order some magnetic backers off of Amazon and wait like a week for them to get here before I could finally put them in. And I don't have little names on the back of them yet. I'm going to try to write those on, but I had to get little backers for these. So I didn't use this palette for, oh my gosh, and I just dug my nail into another shadow. Like seriously, I have a problem. I should not be allowed around makeup. But I didn't touch this for about a week because I was afraid that I was going to drop them all out of the palette. And then the magnetic backers came and I stuck them all on, and now this is what it looks like. A little bit, like I said, this one really is the worst looking one. There's a couple of divots in some of the other shades just because the spatula slipped a bit as I was trying to dig them out, but for the most part, it's relatively unscathed. So that was I just wanted to make a quick little video describing how I did that in case anyone has this palette and they want to depot it. Like, don't be like me. Please watch a whole video before you start doing stuff and then realizing like, oh, I have all these shadows that now I have to wait because they don't stick into the pan. But it was definitely a learning experience, I will say that. And at the end of the day, I'm glad I did it because, I mean, you can see, like, this was by far my biggest palette, and it's still relatively big, but it's still smaller. So that was it. Just a short, quick video today. If you like my eye look, I do have a palette bingo creating it. I'm not sure which of these videos I'm going to post first. So if this goes up after the palette bingo, I'll link it down below. But otherwise, I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you're staying safe and sane and healthy, and I'll talk to you later.